Hello there, everyone, and welcome, finally, to my Joker review. Now, as probably all of you know, I have been so excited for this film, and I finally went to go see it today. Thanks to my uncle Ian. I will leave a link to his channel in the comments below. So, I don't know where to start with this one. I mean, what a film. I'm not normally speechless when it comes to films or anything for that matter, but this film has made me speechless. I came out of the cinema and I just thought to myself, that really just happened. It is... it's phenomenal. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Believe the hype, people. Believe all the reviews, believe the hype, and please, just believe me when I say, honestly, this is one of the best films I have ever seen. Now, that's just my opinion. I don't expect anyone else to take it, that's just my opinion. But I believe this is probably my favourite film of 2019, if not of the past decade so far, so since 2010, I'd say. It blew me away, honestly. I have never connected emotionally with a character as I did with Arthur Fleck. Now, this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm going to be doing a spoiler review later on down the line. This is just so... don't think of this as a review, think of it more as like a public social awareness video for the Joker, and just spreading awareness about it, because it needs to be seen to be believed. Joaquin Phoenix puts on one of the best performances I've ever seen. The commitment in his face. Every single laugh that Arthur does, you can see it physically hurts him. You know, he coughs, he gips, he can't help but just laugh. There is a reason for it given in the film. I won't spoil it here mainly because it's a major plot point, but genuinely, like, every laugh he makes, it physically pains him, and it's so sad to see just this character have the world completely disregard him. And again, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but it's genuinely one of the most shocking films I've ever seen. There were so many moments in that film when I looked and I saw it and I was like, I cannot believe he just did that. I reacted quite heavily to Avengers Endgame. Like, I cheered and, you know, I cried. But this one, I have never, ever experienced feelings like that before. It mixed sadness with disgust and shock and fear and just, genuine, just nerdgasms everywhere. It's not really much of a comic book film, if I do say so myself. It's not really much of a comic book film. It's just more of it's a piece of art as opposed to a summer blockbuster or like just a blockbuster in general. It's not an action movie. It's an isolated character study of Arthur Fleck, and genuinely, it is phenomenal. It is absolutely amazing. There's not a single moment that I didn't like. Not a single moment where I wasn't completely invested within the story. Even the opening is just it just gets you straight from the off. Like, the opening, it starts off strong and just builds up to this massive crescendo at the end. And that ending, I will never forget that ending for as long as I live. That was one hell of an ending. And it's going to please a whole lot of people that didn't like this film, that didn't like the sound of this film in the first place. It's going to please a whole lot of people. Now, it's going to spark lots of theories. I imagine, because the ending is very ambiguous. And again, I'm not going to say what it is, just know that it is really, really, really good. The only issue I'm going to have with this film is there's not more of it. This is one film which I swear to God, I wish was 3 hours long. One film that I wish never actually ended, because when it did end, it was probably one of the most satisfying conclusions I think I've ever seen. But like, well, not satisfying, but like one of the most shocking conclusions I've ever seen. But that's the issue. I know Joaquin Phoenix isn't the biggest fan of franchises, but please, he needs to make an exception. This character he has created of Arthur Fleck and the Joker is amazing. I want to see more. Like, I've never really been at a loss for words when it comes to a performance or just a film in general, but genuinely, this film, it's broken me. I'd say it's probably going to be a while till I go see it again, mainly because this film takes a lot out of you. Like, I'm going to need a few days to recover of this, like, to recover after this crap. Like, it's so shocking, but so remorseless in the way it delivers. It's violent, it's grotesque, but at the same time, it's so intriguing. You know, the Todd Phillips, you are a beautiful man. You know that. You realise what you've done to me, and people in my cinema, they were gasping and they were shocked. Like, I've never seen a cinema just be more invested within a film. Not even with Avengers Endgame. When I went to go see Endgame, I was the only one who was really that excited. But I've never seen a cinema just so enthralled in a film, and it's really great to see because I was expecting a hell of a lot out of this film. I was expecting a hell of a lot, and it delivered in every single aspect. I love this film, and it's a bit early for me to call it my favourite film because I've only seen it once, and I'm probably going to go end up seeing it again and then base where I put it on my favourite films. But it's definitely in the top 5. I'd say definitely in the top 5. I need to see it again, like I said, but it's just amazing. It's my favourite DC movie, probably other than Watchmen. But again, I'll have to do it. I'll have to give Joker a second viewing in order to decide that for myself. But I'm absolutely in shock with this film. It delivered on every aspect. Please believe the hype and please go see it, just everyone. It's worth every single penny you spend on this film. You will... I just can't describe how this film made me feel. It was so interesting, so ambiguous, and so just phenomenal. Like, it was so good. The acting was amazing. The directing was amazing. And the story, it was way more complex, way more detailed than it needed to be. Like, it could have just been a simple Joker origin film where some bad stuff happens to him, but no, they sprinkle a whole lot more on there. You know the seasoning you get on like Taco Bell chips, right? The seasoning you get on that, you know, it adds to the chips and it makes it spicier and nicer. So when you eat it, it's like a burst of flavour in your mouth. That's what this film did to me, but with my brain. It was Taco Bell chips for the brain. You can quote me on that one. Taco Bell chips for the brain. It was amazing, and I really cannot recommend it enough. And I will not recommend it enough. I need people to go see this film so that way they can make their judgments on it. Because I absolutely love this film. I love it to pieces already, and I've only seen it once, and that was about like an hour ago, or like an hour or two ago. But it just had me hooked all the way through. It's more than just a movie. It's a cinematic piece of art. And I don't know whether it is going to go to the Oscars because it is incredibly controversial and is definitely a love letter to Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro. Definitely, but genuinely, the bits that were... there's so many shocking moments. And again, it's not meant to make you sympathise with the Joker because he's an evil, evil man. Like, he is sick and twisted, but you can understand why he's so angry at the world and why he does the things he does. Because, well, again, I'm not going to say, mainly because, you know, spoilers. If you're not bothered about the spoilers and you just want, you know, a story synopsis and a quick review, then please check out my spoiler review. But for now, I'm just going to do my non-spoiler review. But just every single moment, just it blew me away. Every little shot has something to analyse, and I cannot wait till people in film school are analysing this film and just picking it apart and showing everyone what makes it so amazing. Because I really hope they do. I love this film, and if I have to give it a rating, I will give it no, screw that. I will give it 5 out of 5 Jokers. It's my equivalent for stars in this occasion. But I will give it 5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, it was amazing. And if I had to give it 10 out of 10 stars, I will give it 10 out of 10 stars. Because it blew me away. That's all I can say. Everyone, even if you're not like a DC fan, because I don't think this film is for the DC fans. Well, obviously it is for the DC fans, but it satisfies everyone. I mean, I am a huge DC fan. Like, I'm a massive, massive Batman fan, and I loved this film. It felt like a DC film, but with Todd Phillips having his own little spin on it. And in my opinion, I think that is the best way they could have taken it. Because Todd Phillips' direction is brilliant. Like, absolutely amazing. And I cannot praise this film enough. If the reviews you've seen haven't already proved it enough, just go see the film. It's so disturbing, and it's disturbing, it's morbid, it's sad, it's intriguing, it's intelligent, it's creative, it's so smart and well thought through. Every little minute plot detail is absolutely amazing, and there's not a single thing I would change about this film. Not a single thing. It is a work of art. So that is going to be it for my non-spoiler review. As soon as I get my spoiler review up, I'm going to post it into the comments below. Not in the comments, in the description below. So again, you can find my uncle's channel down at the description below. And without further ado, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do leave a like, leave a comment, and keep smiling. Have a good one, guys.